Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and resume our game from yesterday. We had gotten quite far actually. Um, we just left the Varl place under duress. Perhaps I made the wrong decisions, but we left, and now we're on our way to somewhere, I forget where, to meet up with Juno, who is our Mender's quote quote mentor. Gather round, doubters! Echoes a shout in the distance as Krumer and his band of warriors break through the nearby foliage. And behold the invincible Varl! The caravan is thrilled to see Krumer return safely. Not only is the caravan thrilled, but I am thrilled. I personally am thrilled to see that Krumer made it back. I was really questioning whether or not we'd see him again, honestly. Alright. Did the plan work? Asks Ubin. Work, responds Kruger. Of course it worked, same old dredge. Should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. Sorry, something distracted me. And if you apologize, I'll tell you how I found these, Kruger says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a Varl. He leans in close, whispering so Ubin can't hear. Had something to do with a raven's nest and a hair tie. That sounds interesting. Alright. We got an item. Everybody seems well. We got 2 days of supplies, but we're almost to Sigurholm.
As Sigurholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud home sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
There's a garbage truck outside my window and I have my windows open, so apologies in advance for the garbage truck noises in just a second. I might mute my mic so you don't hear it. One catastrophe led to another, says Oddleaf as you pull into Sigurholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. No, says Ivan, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here, and you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Going upriver looks out of the question. The beach is bare, aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. He reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. All I'm saying is, how long are you willing to wait? While taking stock of Caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddleaf and Ivan. As long as we need to. And I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes. I'm sorry, Ivan. I think Oddleaf is right. I saw a man. The whole time we were setting up, he was just watching me. In a creepy way. And how long before the dredge find us here? Juno will come. Just give it a little more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. I don't trust Ivan, but whatever. Alright, let's go talk to him real quick. You're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno. Worried doesn't begin to describe it. If she doesn't find us here, or something has happened to her... Are you sure what you saw was real? It could have been a dream, or... I don't know. You were pretty exhausted. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. Everything is a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. What's it like to be a mender? Being a mender? I guess I never really thought about it like that. It's just part of me. They knew very young that I would join the order. Born into it, you could say. My mother and father, both menders. The guild is for lots of people now. Builders and healers. Do they all pull lightning out of the sky? No, that's not normal. It's one of the reasons I know Juno. She's one of the council. She helps me control things like this. So we don't end up scaring people. How exactly does weaving work anyway? Well, the hardest part is usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. If you can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't know how to explain it, really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some menders carve intricate patterns in the wood to help them remember the shapes of... like I said, hard to explain. Why is Bellower still following us? I saw Grofheim as it burned. Ivan gets a faraway look in his eyes. The Sunder blew through it like a tempest. The Varl fell in thousands. Most of the Sunder left the city and headed south. Who knows where they are now? They might be destroying every town they come to, or heading toward Arborong. Bellower stayed in Grofheim, just for the sport of it, I think. As we fled to Einertoft, I thought he must want to wipe the Varl off the map completely. But then, he came after us. Maybe he knew Ivor was the one who killed Raze. Maybe, but let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. Do you think this is the end times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. Even if we escape the dredge, that serpent said a darkness was covering the world. I don't know how long that will take, or what it means even. I'm just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders are in Arborong. If we can find ships and make it to the capital, I'm guessing it means make it to the capital, we might have a chance. I won't take any more time. No, it's okay, Rook. I appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spend all day worrying about serpents or Sunder. I think a lot of people are intimidated, or scared maybe, of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new. I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we can talk about things that don't include the world ending. Agreed. That's kind of a depressing talk. Alright, let's get some food. Luckily, we've got a lot of renown. 10 days of food, confirm. I believe our heroes all need some sort of rest. We're quite injured from our last fight, I recall. Yeah, at least 2 days of rest, I think. Preferably 3, but our food, man. A scuffle has broken out in front of the houses. Thief! Shouts one of your people as a group of strangers flee from your camp. Oddleaf is already running in their direction. They took our supplies! You hear from nearby. God damn it. Those supplies were expensive. Chase the thieves. Come on, you shout, and several join you in the chase. You wander onto a beach where some men have been waiting for you. Some terse words are exchanged about whether anything had been stolen or not. You don't see who draws the first weapon, but it ends the conversation dead. Oh, I didn't realize that was a fight. Guess we're fighting now, even though we're frickin' injured. Alright, let's take our Varl out. Let's get Nid in here. Let's get Oddleaf out for a let. We might have to keep Ivan in, though. Just because he's a healer. I suppose we can get Onef in, too, but... Let's try this with Onef. I think it gives us another shot if we don't win, so... Let's go with that, yeah? I'm not confident in this, but it's what we got. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Alright, you are going this way, Rook. Got an archer. This is definitely not ideal, I'll just say. But it is what we have. Oh, sorry, there's a person there. Did not realize the person was there. Whoopsies. Gotta have more spatial awareness to play this game, I swear. Luckily these guys don't seem very strong, at least not as far as Dredge are. She didn't even get another shot. I was hoping to get her out of there, but she just did not get another chance to move. Which I think is incredibly unfair. Well, shitskis. Not enough willpower. Okay. Whoopsies. Well. lot of good options here, I just gotta say. Okay, we got one more left. Okay. One, but we're injured again. We have all these promotions, but we already get renown to use them. Because we're using all our renown for food at the moment. Okay. The thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them, but when you return to the caravan you discover why. Even more supplies have gone missing since you rushed out to fight. Fuck. I just can't win. A random assortment of people from the caravan confront you. Listen, says one, we don't feel safe here. I don't know anything about menders or whatever, but we're going to leave and I hope you'll join us. Looks like a couple dozen people, farmers and fighters alike, feel the same way. I think we should probably leave as well. You agree that it's time to go. Ivan casts his eyes upon the ground but doesn't protest. The caravan packs up and prepares to leave. We've got other problems, says Ivor. The whole place is flooded. We could try to walk the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan over the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing, but no idea how long that'll take. What do you think? Oh my gosh, this is just like Oregon Trail! Attempt to ford the river, caulk the wagons and float across, pay some locals to help, detour around the flooding. Like, you can't get much more Oregon Trail than this particular menu here. Hold on, I gotta... 34 minutes in, okay. We're gonna get stuck if we attempt to ford it. I don't want to pay the locals because they just stole all our shit anyway. We're gonna detour. You leave Sigurholm and start to feel your way around the flooded area, which has washed out the road completely. You continue far into a wooded area, which slows you down even further. Already committed, you hope you didn't make a grave mistake. You leave Sigurholm in a hurry, hoping to outpace the dredge that must be close behind. As you continue further south, you first hit overgrowth and then forest before finding land that is dry enough to follow back around. By the time you've circumvented the mud, you've lost a lot of time and hope it doesn't haunt you later. It probably will, right? God, we're at 4 days of supplies. Let's camp a second. God, we're so wounded right now and we have no food. God. Right? People still injured? Oh, nobody's injured anymore. That's nice. Look at that. Something's going up. Everything is coming up Millhouse all of a sudden. Alright, keep going then. We can't rest. Looks like something here. Nope, we're going past it, whatever it is. Someone's been nicking extra goods from the supplies, a concerned woman tells you. Counted these myself yesterday, no mistake. This keeps up, we'll all be starving before long. Post a few extra guards. To deter any further theft, you discreetly place some trusted guards by the caravans. You hear a few people casually point out the extra manpower, but nobody seems to raise an alarm for now. God damn, we got 2 days of supplies. We need food. As you're about to head off to sleep for the night, Onef pulls you aside. I have a couple concerns I want to speak to you about, he says. In private. You find a quiet place to talk. What's on your mind? How well do you know the people traveling with us? How many strangers are in the caravan now? Who are you worried about? I've been watching folks since I joined you. Your companions from Skoger, they're loyal. I mean, it seems pretty clear that they died to protect you. I suppose I'd do the same. What about the Varl? You don't even know half those warriors. You're telling me they have no problem following a man's orders now? After everything that happened at Einertoft? I trust Ivor to handle it. He's fearless, I'll give you that, but look at him. He's run ragged. He can't be there all the time. What happens the first time the Varl don't want to do what you tell them? If Krumer gave the word, I guarantee at least half would follow. Let's be honest, they could take this caravan by force any time if they wanted to. What do you suggest? I suggest growing some balls instead of hoping it all works out, Rook. They're not the biggest problem, though. There's a mender with us. A mender who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Myself, I think we lucked out when his mentor didn't show up in Sigerholm. Ivan's just the apprentice? What in the depths is his master capable of? Think about it, Rook. What do you really know about Ivan? I heard they were found practically dead in the middle of nowhere when the dredge started showing up. Then an enormous serpent shows up at Einertoft after tearing the world in half, takes one look at Ivan and bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Mender Council? How does that make any damn sense? You might be distorting what happened. Or Ivan might be. I'm grateful for what you've done to get us this far, Rook. But it's always been about trust. I think it's time to part ways, so to speak. Nothing personal. I mean, that's fine. I hardly used Onef in battle anyway. Suddenly you gasp for air. Oh no! Oh no, guys! Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onef is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. I need those. Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. You gasp again. There's a bird whistle and the camp becomes a blur of motion. Onef's fighters from Frostveller leap into action, cutting people down? What the fuck, guys? As Oddleaf turns to fire on the men, Onef runs her through and pulls the blade from her back without even breaking his stride. She drops like a sack of flour. Onef heads straight for Alette, who freezes in unbridled terror. No! You rise to your feet through the pain. Oddleaf is dead. Somehow you find the strength to cleave the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lung might be punctured. Hey, Impasse. Yeah, things are, from 1 to 100 right now. Onef clutches Alette's wrist amidst the commotion, tosses her bow aside and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours across the campsite. No, her lips say, though you can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you as Ivor steps into view, as fearsome as you've ever seen him. Oh no. No. We need Ivor. Ombi, hey! Hello. We have a coup on our hands here. Let's get Gunnulf in. Let's... I don't know. These guys are kind of powerful. Ivan, though, is kind of hit or miss. Do I want Krumer in or Nid? Let's get Krumer in. Bunch of fighters. I think we should go with this. Like, WTF. I am offended. Offended. Who's this, Rook? It is beautiful. I love it. The music is great too. Alright, well, you're gonna... Oh, wait, no. Just attack her. Oh, well, never mind then. Nope, won't fit. Okay, let's finish these guys up so we can go help the other people out. Alright. Here. Actually, all the people are about the same, so we'll just work on the same thing. Okay, at least he brought himself, basically. That helps. Okay. Dude's gonna get injured, but that's okay. one dude left. Not much longer. Okay. Now let's see the consequences of our decisions here. I'm bummed about Oddleaf, though. And I hope Alette's okay. "Where's Alette?" shouts Ivor, tearing through the nearest bandit, but you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle raging behind you. In a haze of pain, you start to think you've lost their tracks. Then you hear Alette screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You tear through the trees. In a small clearing, Alette lies with her back against a tree. Her hands and her clothes are covered in blood. She stares vacantly ahead, unblinking. Beside her is the body of Onef, an arrow buried in his right eye as if placed there by hand. She looks in your direction and then at Onef. "I killed him," she says. "Alette, are you alright?" You cringe as much from the pain as the appearance of Alette after her bloody struggle with Onef. "No, I'm not hurt. I had no choice." "Dad, your chest! You're bleeding!" Suddenly she is at your side, putting pressure on the wound. I can fix this. Where is my needle? Oddleaf! Anyone!" "Ivor, I found them!" Just as your sight goes black, you see Ivor, and Alette standing over you. Damn, Oddleaf. I should have kicked Onef out a long time ago. "He's going to make it?" Your eyes open to the sound of Alette's voice. "Normally a wound like that. I only hope I did enough." "I'll survive." "Dad!" Alette stops herself from hugging your bandaged chest. Alette stops herself from hugging your bandaged chest, pulling your head to her instead. The words come out easier than you expected. "Oddleaf?" "Oh, thank God. Hallelujah, guys. It's a good thing Ivan was here. She's going to pull through, though it was a nasty wound. Yes, guys, Oddleaf is alive. Hallelujah. We managed to kill most of those traitorous sons of bitches, and the rest fled into the woods. There were a lot of people I couldn't save. You did everything you could, Ivan. Nobody expects you to raise the dead." Ivan frowns deeply, putting a hand to his forehead. "Why did Onef do this, Rook? He was talking to you right before it happened." "He thought my leadership would get us killed. Utter bastard. All this time we had no idea. Echo killed a good half-dozen of Onef's men by himself. He told me Onef was running Frostfeller the whole time. Damn it, guys. I thought Echo was the crazy guy and not Onef. Wow, I backed the wrong guy in that one, didn't I? He left Frostfeller behind when he saw a better opportunity. Guess that relationship is over. Echo was always just the barking dog you put in the yard to find out who your enemies are. It was no accident Onef went after those of us from Skoger. He must have thought with us gone, he'd take the banner and the rest would fall in line. Or at worst, they'd take all the supplies for themselves and leave the rest as dredge bait. We have to be more careful. We can't just let anyone join the caravan now. No, nothing changes. We're not like him. You're a better person than I, Rook. None of this changes the fact that Bellower is out there somewhere, following us. That swamp around Sigurholm might buy us some time, but we've got to keep moving. Your body aches all over, but Ivor's right. The road calls. The caravan is already starting to pack up camp. We still only have 2 days of supplies, though. How's the wound? You notice Oddleaf wince as she rises to greet you. It's doing a lot better. When I saw it happen, I thought for sure, well, I'm really glad You wouldn't have missed me, Rook? She smiles. Without Ivan, that's all you could have done. Instead, you'll have to put up with my crap a little longer. It still aches like you wouldn't believe, though. Oh, maybe you would. Heard you took a stabbing yourself. I guess things could have gone worse. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. Sometimes it's lonely since my husband died. Oh, guys, I think there's a romance blooming here. I guess I'd say it's more like being alone, even surrounded by all these people. Not like I don't have enough to worry about, though. I'm glad to have a let around. And you, Rook. Aww. Oddleaf and Rook sitting in a tree. What do you think about the caravan? You mean, should we start kicking people out? That's a tough one. Usually I'd be the first to give you a dirty look for suggesting it. On the other hand, I got a sword in my back. Oddleaf thinks for a long moment before sighing. Don't send anyone away. Just make sure nothing happens to Alette. I'll let you get some rest. Okay, thanks. I'll take you up on that. You know, you're welcome to keep me company. Giggity. When I'm a little more awake, I mean. I'll talk to you later. Giggity giggity. Sitting in a tree carefully, being terribly injured and all. Yes. Very carefully perched on a branch. Let's talk to the crazy guy we thought was the bad guy, but isn't. This was the guy I thought was the bad guy, and the other guy I thought was the good guy. Apparently, the other guy was the bad guy, and this is the good guy. I still gotta trot out my crazy guy voice, though. Look who it is, still not dead. How are things, Rook? I can never guess with you, Eckel. I heard you helped drive off the traitors when ONF attacked us. And it leaves me wondering, what's your deal? I'm not so hard to understand. Why don't you try asking instead of telling? Why didn't you warn us about ONF? Didn't I? I mean, I think he did. Kind of. How many times did I have to call him a traitor before you got the message? What'd you want me to say? Watch out, ONF's gonna murder your whole family? Yeah, right? Right, Tina? This guy we thought was the bad guy. He ended up being the good guy. There was like two guys who came to our caravan, and the other guy, and then this guy was chasing the other guy. The other guy said this guy, Eckel, was crazy, he was awful, he was doing bad things in the town, and he wanted to join our caravan. That was a while ago. Now, the guy we thought was the good guy turned on us, put his knife in both mine and Oddleaf's back, and then tried to run off with Alette, my daughter. This guy saved us all, so, you know, don't trust eye twitches, I guess. He didn't fill me in on the details. He was always like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to convince you to off me. But listen, I don't need to know, so keep it to yourself. Why did you stick with him? I don't know, Rook. Family makes you do weird things. You know what the worst part is? We became kin when he married my sister. She died of a fever one night. But she didn't. She wasn't sick. He killed her. I mean, this would have been good to know up front, Eckel. Maybe don't bury the lead next time. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he just felt like it. I was so furious, I got angry. I wanted him to beg. I could kill him without a second thought, but that wasn't enough. I wanted him to feel sick about it. Puke his guts out. And somehow that turned into, over time, he never cared, and I gave up, and he did what he wanted. Don't know how it happened. But when I attacked you in Frostfeller, guess I'll just say it wasn't my idea. We could use a good fighter. I think we should get this guy instead of ONF. Could have killed a lot more of them without my hands bound, if that's what you mean. So, Rook, I don't have to be your prisoner anymore? So you're going to let me walk around with my own axe and everything? That doesn't mean I'm not watching you. I can accept that. You're a good man. I need to get going. And I need to take a piss. I like how this story can go from, like, deep and meaningful conversations about family to, I need to take a piss. You're not the only busy man around here, you know. You shake your head as Eckel steps away from camp. Okay, so we have many, many weakened people. Actually, not too bad. We're not staying 3 days because we don't have the supplies for it. There's no market here, so I can't buy supplies. We've only got 2 days of supplies. I can't rest. We're gonna have to move on and hope we don't starve to death, guys. One day of supplies. I think this might be our next plot point, though, so hopefully we can make it. The caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusations of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, and concerns over daughters' virtues are the sorts of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters complain of spreading too thin to protect everyone. Form a council to handle these problems. Form a council to handle these problems. You select a few older members to solve everyday issues, but infighting neuters their progress. Other members feel they could do a better job. Ultimately, what it buys is some time. The council dissolves, tired of the thankless and demanding work. Alright, whatever. I tried. 0 days of supplies. Come on, make it. Make it, make it, make it, make it. We're going from, like, supply drop to supply drop here. The villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families, they're reluctant to pick up their things and join you. I mean, that's fine with me. We don't have the food to feed them right now. I mean, we have all of these... Oh, here we go. So we're up to 13 days of supplies. We have all these heroes that need level ups, but we're using our renown for food rather than anything else. Let's at least get our level 1 dude up. Let's promote you. We've got 15 left. We can probably do a level 2 guy. Let's do Mogan, maybe. Oops. And that's about all we can afford. We do have 16 days worth of supplies. Let's rest. What does 1 day get us? Do we have more? We could stay another 2 days. That would put us at 13 days. I think we're good with that. Let's stay. Alright. All of our weakness is gone. We've got 13 days of supplies. I consider that a win. Let's get out of here. Thieving bastards! You awaken to hear. The small band of outlaws who had previously joined the caravan made off with a substantial number of supplies while everyone slept, a watchman tells you. Why in the depths were they allowed to join us to begin with? God damn it. Stop stealing our supplies, guys. No good deed goes unpunished. Stop! A resolute voice calls from somewhere in front of you. The surrounding terrain comes alive with armed fighters surrounding the caravan. No need for bloodshed, the leader says. Leave a couple wagons and pretend you never even stopped here. I'm not going to give them what they want. Fuck you. Inform them about the coming dredge. I'm guessing you have no idea the dredge are on their way, you shout. If that's the case, friend, says the leader, we need those supplies more than ever. Without even a glance to his men, the attack begins. Alright, that's fine. You can't have our supplies regardless. Let's bop these out for a second. Eccles' face is crazy, man. Let's get... Man, this is hard. Let's get Oddly Finn. Gunnulf has been basically useless. His defense is so fucking low. Alright. Let's get him in, though. I have faith this time will be different. Don't let me down, Gunnulf. Nobody can wear the gloves yet because nobody can level up. So, we're ready for battle. Let's bop her up a little bit. Other than that, everything else looks fine. I'm gonna go grab a drink really quick, guys, before we start fighting. Be right back in just a sec. We got a Roomba for our house, and it's recharging right now. I had it on a cycle while it was streaming. And my cats are stalking the Roomba now that it's gone quiet. It's kind of funny. Alright. No, I want you to do your bloody flail thing. He went down fairly quickly. What does guts do? Knocks back adjacent units up 2 tiles, and that's okay. Just attack. Okay. Is what I want. Alright, so let's just get this guy. No, that was not fair. Let's knock this dude's defense down. And then... And... Okay. Alright. Looks like a godstone here. That dude's got a beard. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at that flowing majesty. The imposing godstone of... oh shit. Of Bjorulf. The imposing godstone of Bjorulf approaches. His severe visage makes it feel like he's watching you even now. The caravan spreads out, happy to be free of the confining forest and in open fields. Hogan pulls you aside to show you some red berries growing on an ash tree that look like it was chopped down long ago. "These shouldn't be growing here," he says excitedly. "I haven't seen these in a long time." He and Mogan busily go about collecting the berries. In fact, in honor of Bjorulf, some of the caravan crack kegs of mead and wine before anyone can stop them. "To the only god that matters!" they shout. Everyone drinks, and you're glad for the merriment that has swept over the caravan. Let's join them in collecting berries. Berries mean supplies. "What exactly are these?" you ask Hogan. "When I would travel to Borsgard with my father, sometimes he'd buy us a few of these," Hogan replies. "Couldn't be a luckier find. See for yourself." You try one and can feel energy returning to your tired limbs. Not taking a few more would be a wasted opportunity, you figure. As the hour becomes late, the caravan is eventually ready to get back on the road. The day by Bjorulf's stone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune, you think to yourself. Yeah, you're not wrong. Hey, we got an item. Harsh words from one mother to another draws the attention of the entire caravan. "My daughter marries Ragni or no one. That reed-thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons." The insulted mother bares her teeth, ready to attack. Explain yourselves. Ragni chooses my daughter on his own, the insulted mother says. But this one thinks I have something to do with it. Launching forward, the first woman flails wildly, shouting, "Liar!" The women are separated and eventually calm down, but you worry that this is far from over. Jesus, people.
Reynvik is more of a smattering of farmhouses than a proper town. Though judging by stray dredge stalking through empty fields, it is barely even that anymore.
Reynvik comes and goes as a long series of farmhouses, abandoned and crawling with dredge. The farmers have probably already fled to Borsgard. You try to hurry past, but are eventually spotted. Dredge start ambling in your direction. "What is that?" points out Oddleaf up near one of the longhouses. In the distance, a large person, clothes seemingly covered in blood, is cursing loudly and stumbling about. He staggers into a longhouse, laughing. The dredge heading in your direction turn back, roaring, and begin to pound on the longhouse door. They seem to be holding a grudge against this particular person. You doubt the door will hold long. Rush to help, right? "Against my better judgment, we should probably do something," you say. The others agree, even though it means putting them all at risk. As you quietly approach, the dredge have managed to splinter the door and break through. "Hey!" shouts a Varl wearing all red, standing on the other side of the dredge. "Came all the way up here just for me?" He seems unconcerned about the dredge as he hoists an enormous sword. Apparently this guy's name is Sigbjorn. And he is... wow, he's level 5. I mean, not gonna turn that down. Alright, these are dredge, so we're not gonna have the bow people in because they do terribly against dredge. Iver... I guess Gunnulf and Krumer. Oh, he's got his own item. Alright. He comes stocked already. Anything else unclaimed? Nope, that's it. We got the gloves, but Ivan's already got something. And so does Sigbjorn. Alright. I hate when they split us up like this. Let's put... God, these two... Let's put him over here. Ready. Alright, let's see what this guy can do. Hopefully he can do something. No, that's like a multi-target one. Oh, okay. Fuck you in particular, I guess. Alright, Ivan. He hit his own guy there, that's fine. I'll allow it. Okay, now... Well, actually... Rather than doing that, let's just do this so I can get him in one. Okay. Let's... How far does this... What's the range on Arc Lightning? I also don't want to hit our own people. Let's see if it does it. I don't know if it will or not. It didn't. It just went to one other person, which is nice. Of course, he's going to pay the price for that, I think. Okay. Lots of promotions in our Varl here. Rook and Ivan. I swear the dredge always target the humans first. Welcome to my mead house! Sigbjorn's House of Mead. Wasn't expecting a Varl this far south. Or this drunk. I can see that. There are people huddled in the corners of the mead hall, looking on with uneasiness. Who are all these? Who are all you people? No, they're my friends. They made this place. It's not really mine. You lured Dredge back to a room full of unarmored people? What is wrong with you? Come on, I saved everyone in here. They shared some fine drink. The best drink. I like this guy's energy. Wait, I was saving your ass. Remember that part? If you knew you'd come up here, you could have told me. Holy cow, my voice. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. What do we do with this guy? Anyone here is welcome to join us. The townspeople show you a huge stack of barrels filled with quality mead and help you haul them back to the caravan. Supplies! Yay! I'll miss this place. Good memories. With some help, you gather up the casks of mead and head back to the caravan. Sigbjorn and the other survivors in tow. The caravan gives the boisterous Varl a large berth as you set out for Borsgard. Oh, what did I do? Sigbjorn wakes in a pool of his own sick. Why am I surrounded by small people? The other clansmen let him sleep off his drunken stupor on the ground, and this morning he's paying the price. Help him recover. Reluctantly, your clansmen offer any food and drink they can scrounge together for the moaning Varl. When one offers thin mead, he pushes it away. In fact, take this away from me, he says, handing you his massive mead stein. Eventually, Sigbjorn comes to you. I won't get into details, he says. I was supposed to bring these casks from Reynavik back to Boersgard. I drank maybe half, by accident. Point is, Sigbjorn continues, you don't tell anyone what happened, and I won't tell anyone about the mead you got, okay? Trust me on this one. You agree and get back to travel. Hey, I got a... something. Was that an item? Must have been an item. An old man sits astride an overgrown portion of the trail. You lost? You ask. He adjusts the leather strap on his head and says, No, are you? He jumps up and shuffles toward the caravan, his tattered clothes revealing no weapons. Well, I've seen better, the old man says, peering into the supply wagons. But I'll join you. He stands next to a fighter, throws his beard over his shoulder, and puffs up his chest. The fighter grins, and the stranger exhales, asking, What are we waiting for? Lead the way! Who are you, and what are you doing out here? Call me Unar, or anything else you'd like, the old man says. A man goes where he please, doesn't he? His stern look is more comical than intimidating, but you stop looking for answers. You're welcome to join if you can keep pace. Keep pace? The old man puffs through his mustache. No fleeter than old Unar. And husbands, mind your wives. I'm cursed with the golden tongue, not silver. The caravan enjoys a good laugh as they start moving once again. Okay, but food though? More supplies missing, the woman by wagon says to you. And look, tracks! Right here they look like children's footprints, but my husband and I followed them into the wilderness a ways. They meet up with some adult tracks. No telling how many. Question parents about their children? You quietly make your rounds, asking parents about the children's whereabouts. Some give exact details, others are aloof, but no one knows anything about missing supplies. All promise to keep closer tabs on their own. They better, we're down to 4 days of supplies here.
As we pass steep cliffs, the sprawl of Boersgard comes into view. A city of contrasting rich and poor, opportunity and gamble. Our best hope for salvation, or our graves.
My cat is on the floor alerting me to the proximity of the Roomba. It's okay, it's just vacuuming. Finally, you arrive at Boersgard, where the walls stretch for miles in both directions and are littered with the bodies of Dredge, Varl, and men. Excuse the mess! Shouts a voice from above the gates. Looking up, you spy a striking Varl, his face wreathed with matted black hair. Movement at the gate catches your eye. Dredge are still banging on the gate doors without luck. Let us in! You shout. Sigbjorn pushes past. I won't be hearing the end of this for a while, he says, before yelling, Open up, Bulwark! They dug me out of Reynavik! You hear a laugh echoing on the wind as the doors creak. A dozen armed men, led by the massive Varl, make quick work of the dredge and usher you into the city. You may be interested to know they brought a mender. Holy cow, this guy is huge! Look at this guy! Holy shit! I hope he joins us. This dude's got like a bear cloak or something. I'm not even sure if I could do a voice deep enough to do this guy justice. You didn't go to get a mender. Where's the mead? Sigbjorn shrugs apologetically. I guess the mender will do. Either we've got a chance now, or we're completely screwed. I'm Rook. We've come a long ways, some as far as Skoger. Are you in charge here? In charge of the governor, I suppose. Listen, if you have something to tell him, say it now. Otherwise, you're on your own. I don't care where you go, but stirring up trouble is probably the only reason you'll see me again. It won't be to talk. Mender, come along. We're gonna see the governor. Bolverk and Sigbjorn leave with Eyvind, who goes willingly, signaling that he's fine. Fane, this is just like Frostfeller all over again. This is nothing like Frostfeller. The one in Bearskin is probably leaving the rave. Phew, holy, let me restart that again. This is nothing like Frostfeller. The one in Bearskin is probably leading the Ravens. Ravens? Is that good or bad? It depends on who they're working for. Hopefully it really is the governor, and not someone trying to strong-arm their way into his seat. I guess we wait for Eyvind to tell us, if he comes back. I'm not worried about Eyvind. I'm worried about the army of refugees we brought, who don't belong here. You're probably right. Nobody ever uttered a nice thing about Borsgard. So what now? We ought to go check the docks and see what our options are, in case we need to leave quickly. Did you notice the city guards when we came in? What guards? I have a feeling the Ravens are all they've got left. Something serious went down. And when Bellower gets here, he's going to walk right through this place without even breaking his stride. Let's keep that to ourselves for now. So, the docks. Docks. Market. Heroes. What are we doing? How are we injured? We can't rest anyway, so let's just go to the docks. Heroes, map, docks, market. I'm not missing rest anywhere, am I? I don't think I am. We'll go to the docks. When you get to the docks, your heart sinks. Not a long ship to be seen, aside from wrecks. Bodies float in the water. Buildings are trashed and boarded up. What happened here? Murmurs Alette. They're all gone, says Eyvind, approaching alone. I see you had the same thought as me. Eyvind, you're okay. I'm fine. It wasn't a lie. The governor is here. He's in hiding. Why? Since the dredge started appearing, anyone with a ship and half a wit left long ago. People can't leave by foot. Food is scarce. The markets are bare. Borsgard is a fire keg waiting for someone to tip it over. So the governor is paying the Ravens to protect him against his own people. And keep the peace, so to speak. It's more like a massacre anytime there's a hint of an uprising. Where does that leave us? I promised him the Mender's protection in Arboran. I don't think he's very popular there. They're going to start tearing this place down to build new ships. We can ride the Ormsa River all the way to the capital. Leaving another perfectly good city behind. How long will it take to build new ships? Hold on, what happens to the people living in Borsgard? It's the best I could do, Alette. He thought it could take as long as a month. You don't usually make ships out of scrap lumber. And as soon as people figure out what's going on, there's going to be riots in the streets. A month? Why bother? Bellower will be here within the week, if not sooner. I'm open to suggestions. Gods be damned, is there no end to this? Ivor roars in frustration, leaving you standing by the docks. Alette gives you a worried look before chasing after him. Eyvind? What do we do about Bellower? Eyvind says nothing for a moment. I don't know. I'm gonna be right back a second. I think my Roomba is stuck. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I love my Roomba, but it's pretty stupid when it comes to the bathroom. Okay, back to what we were doing. We have no idea what to do about Bellower. We're stuck here in the city. You find Ivor standing on the city walls, overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance, but continuing to gather. Come here. It's fine, it's going back home to rest. Lynx does not like the Roomba, so she freaks out whenever it starts doing anything. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Just feels like someone should cut us a break every now and then. If we want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. What did you have in mind? First off, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn to pieces out in the streets. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for, so we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we've got our cut. Food's going to become scarce. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. Ivor explains, I'm leading attacks with Ivan every time the dredge get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose fighters in Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody is manning this wall. We could always use help. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Find a source for supplies? Safe place for the caravan to stay. Defending the walls. God damn it, all these things sound important. Just go sleep it off, right? Just ignore all of our problems and go sleep. Find a source for supplies. We are always low on supplies, so finding a source is fine. I checked around, Oddleaf tells you, and nobody has food or they won't part with it for a fair price, and our medicine has been gone for days. They're either gouging the prices or it's just plain gone. She doesn't say it, but you can tell this is going to be a serious problem. Scour the city for anyone willing to sell supplies. Oddleaf joins you as you walk up and down each street in Borisgard looking for supplies. All you find are empty stalls or outrageous prices well beyond your means, with little to offer in the first place. This entire city can't be out of food, Oddleaf barks, but then you come away empty-handed and more worried than before. Great, that accomplished nothing. Ivor points out the dredge along the wall. There's a lot more of them, and they're getting braver, he says. We lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday. We could use your help if there's nobody left to defend the walls. Rook, says Oddleaf, approaching. Someone handed me a note this morning. She shows you a slip of paper marking a back street. Probably from one of those places we visited yesterday. Maybe some misplaced ambush too, though I can't imagine what they think we have. If you want to check it out, let me know. Fuck. Guys, this is like... I have all these things I should be doing, and that all sounds important. Let's go with Oddleaf, though. I don't want her going alone. You travel to a deserted back street, and a man soon approaches, confidence in his step. You came looking for quite a lot of food, he says. I can give it to you. I want something too. Let's trade. Oddleaf gives him a suspicious look. We don't need to complicate this, he continues. Boarsgard has a lot of people in it, and we don't all get along. You're not from here, so when you get something that was stolen from me, nobody comes knocking. You understand? What do you want? It's not what you think, he tells you. Just a drinking horn, my great-grandfather's. It was stolen. This is worth how much food to you? Asks Oddleaf. The man laughs. As much as you're willing to carry. Shit. It does sound too easy, but we also only have 2 days of food. Will we need weapons? My friend, he says, I'd keep a knife on me just to take a crap in good old Boarsgard. He marks an area on your map down near the water, scribbling Lowtown next to it, though you doubt that's a real name. Rook, Oddleaf says as you leave, keep this one between us. Seems to call for a light touch, and I'd rather not have people spread rumors about how we got the food. Yeah, agreed. We've got 1 day of food. We can't question this stuff right now. Can we get anything? We can get 3 days worth of food in the... While everyone sleeps, you go to the house marked on your map, which is an aging mead hall, falling apart but otherwise not out of the ordinary. The door is closed, and nobody is around. Excuse me, murmurs Oddleaf. We came all the way from Skoger, and we were just wondering if you have a valuable drinking horn you didn't want anymore. You give her a grin. You never know. You consider your next move. The door is stuck shut, probably secured from the inside. So much for that, you say. Look for another entrance. Just a telltale notch in the roof for smoke to escape. Oddleaf sees you eyeing it. I'll do it, she says, if you give me a boost. You hoist Oddleaf up and she crawls lightly across the thatched roof to one of the small holes. She leans in, then ducks back quickly as if worried about being spotted. After another peek, she nods to you. You get the impression she saw something, but is going to go in anyway. Go ahead. You nod, and she manages to slip herself through the tight hole in the roof and is gone. Several tense minutes later, there are sounds at the door, which slowly opens to Oddleaf holding an ornate drinking horn. As the door shuts behind her, you spy several sleeping men inside. No problem, she says. Looking at the horn, it strikes you as one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen, with gold inlays, intricate carvings, and an unusual wooden base. Something primal makes you want to keep it. Oddleaf notices and says, I wouldn't stop you. We're gonna trade it back for food, because as much as it sounds like it'd be interesting, we have 3 days of food. You fight the urge to simply abscond with the horn. People might die of hunger if we don't give this back, you say. Oddleaf nods, though you can tell it's half-hearted. Early the next morning, you return the horn to the man in the alley. That's it, the man beams as you hand over the horn. I thought about going back on my promise, he says, but I don't like to complicate things. Come to the market and we'll make sure you get a fair price on what you need. What the fuck? I just spent what I needed. Fair price my ass. Give me more. Let's go with 13 days and level up Rook finally. Fair price my ass. I thought we were gonna get free food. Where's the heroes? Heroes. Alright, Rook is now level 5. Well, we got a lot of stuff all of a sudden. 3 strength. Let's give this to Rook. Alright. This is bad, says Ivan, as Ivor points across the battlefield. Aside from the fact that we're up to our necks in dredge, a stone singer showed up. We've been losing warriors left and right. If we don't deal with this, the wall will come down by the end of the day. Dad, there's a riot at the docks! Alette runs up to you out of breath. They're trying to smash up the boats! When you calm her down, she says the ravens are there, but she's worried that things could get out of hand. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that we gotta join them in defending the walls, because otherwise the walls will come down, like he says. That stone singer is going to wreak havoc on us if we don't take care of it, Ivor tells you. This will be a rough fight, but we've got to take it down. You ready? Gosh. Alright. All of our people are in. At least we're all healed up now. Bow people are out because stone singers are kind of useless. Or kind of strong, rather. Let's get... Hogan's ready for a level up to 3. Let's get Mogan in. Okay. Alright, one dude here. This guy is the important one here. I guess we'll go here. Cripple his defense. Alright, how close do we need to be again for his... Not terribly close, but also not terribly far either. I feel like he's gonna get one shot immediately. Luckily they don't move very far or very fast. Fucking Ivan. Like, there's no scenario where he actually ever stays alive, I don't think. Nope, we need to kill him now. That's hardly fair. Jesus H. Christ. Ouch. Uh-oh. Can he get in there? Not really. Kind of, but also not really. I wonder how long we get before. Uh-oh, I don't think we're gonna win this one, guys. Okay. Let's get this guy first. Oh. Was like an explosion or something? I don't even know what he did. Is he like poisoned or something? What's this bubbly stuff? Okay. Whew. That wasn't going fantastically. Fucking Ivan. I'm gonna stop relying on Ivan even though he's level 5. He just goes down like one hit. Okay. Our morale is good at if nothing else. This morning, says Ivor, I saw him. Bellower's here. I think it won't be long now. Ivan leans silently on his staff nearby. One of your clansmen comes to you out of breath. Rook, he says, things are real bad. Look, there's nothing you can do at this point, but a lot of the caravan has been robbed, killed, just disappeared. Those of us left are going to split up and hide where we can. Wanted you to know, in case we somehow pull through this. He runs off, clearly distressed. You grimace, wondering if this could have played out another way. Yeah, probably. Like, I suck at this. Oh my gosh. You consider what you want to do now. Doing any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Um... Investigate the riots, I suppose? When you get down to the docks, it's pandemonium. Few work on the ships now as the ravens stand over bodies of people while a huge crowd roars in anger. Bulwark's axes are covered in blood. What happened? You shout, pushing your way through the rioters. What do you think would happen? Responds Bulwark coolly. Didn't take them long to figure out we were building ships right under their noses, and they can't have one. You gonna lend a hand or just stand around? Try to calm people down. You brandish your axe low and try to find a voice over the chaos. It goes around quickly when one of the rioters gets a quick jab in, smashing across the bridge of the nose, covering your face in blood. The last thing you remember is falling backwards. Look, I'm just trying to get through this friendly, okay? By the time you regain consciousness, the riot is finally being driven off. Won't save you next time, you hear Bellower say. This one's free. You stagger back to the wall with a new injury. Fuck, I don't know. Ivor, you begin. Can we really keep this up? Ivor looks like he hasn't slept for days. We've lost a lot of fighters, he mumbles. The weight of the situation is crushing. Then, from far the distance, you hear a horn. Dredge don't use horns, it occurs to you. Ivan appears at your side, just as a long caravan of people come into view, Dredge turning to attack them. Who is that? You ask. Oh, is that our other group? It can't be, says Ivan. He runs towards the gates, shouting, You see their banner? It's Hacken! Hallelujah! It's our other group, guys. As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open, and you charge onto the field, clearing a path through the dredge. Hooray. Alright, Ivan, you're out. 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 Hogan and Mogan are in. Oops. Gunnulf is in. I mean, I guess. What's our renown look like? 9. We were one short of being able to promote people. I don't like doing this with only one Varl, though. Alright, let's try this. That has a fuck ton of dredge. I just want to say I'm not feeling this one, guys. Alright. Oops, I just yanked my headphones out. Ouch. Hold on. Alright. The best we can do with her is lower defenses on people. get him out of the way. Damn it. Alright, you move up. Take this dude out. Alright. Okay. Where are they? I can't even see them. I hope they're nowhere important. Let's back them up just in case. I can't really see where they're at. Floor, floor. I'm just basically doing this guy until he falls. Because he's only got 1 HP left. Hey Al, welcome. Gives me the opportunity to lurk with heart's content. Yeah. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day too. None of these are good options. Oh, there he goes. Alright, you take out him. I could get enough for him to 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he can. Take him out. away. Edge, edge, edge. Hey, Exta. How are you? Oh, I missed one. Didn't realize there was one underneath him. Alright, give him one. 3. Stand your ground. Okay, oops. Okay. Lots of injuries. Juno. Oh, hey, they met up finally. I wasn't sure I'd ever get to see you again, Ivan. His quote, mentor. She smiles and they embrace. Ivan is completely taken aback, as though he doesn't dare believe she's real. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to Sigerholm. I ran into problems. Problems is putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in two over those hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. Worse, dredge are practically falling out of it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore. They're everywhere. We noticed. Glad to see you made it out alive, Ingvar. I take it the others didn't. Hakon becomes quiet, then he motions toward Juno. She got across somehow. Found her out cold for a second time since leaving Strand. We need every axe we can get right now. Bellower is here. Gods be damned, I thought we were free of that menace. I will deal with Bellower. Come on. No need to tempt him by standing out here. Hakon's caravan enters the city, fighting off waves of dredge as they go. To your relief, hundreds of skilled warriors are now safely in Borsgard. 45 days of supplies. Hakon joins you on the wall with his personal bodyguard Moger. Behind him, the Prince Luden stands alone, looking miserable. I have one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me, she says, pointing to you. I'm sorry, Ivan. You must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before I return. It takes everything within Ivan's power to hold back, but he does. She turns to you. Brooke, come with me. We'll return in 2 days. Maybe less if you're as quick as you look. Tell anyone who needs to know. Yeah, Exta, I think we're at the end of the first game, if I had to guess. Or right around there. Where and why? Not far, says Juno. She pauses and something shifts in your vision for just a moment. I know it's hard, she says, her voice filling your head. And you've already been through a lot. As she speaks again, the rest of the world melts away. But you're needed. You can't find the words to argue. Okay. I guess her and I are going on a spirit quest. You don't remember leaving the city, but here you are, walking through unfamiliar ground behind Juno. You're alone, aside from hundreds of dredge who are all facing toward an enormous stone ahead. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. That is kind of creepy. Look at the way they're drawn. They're actually drawn pretty creepily, too. It really is, Exta. I know we say this every single time, but holy cow, it's pretty. We're at the Godstone of Stravus. Stravs? You glanced nervously around, but the dredge didn't seem to hear her. It's okay. You can speak. Softly. Is this where you're going to sacrifice me? Juno smiles. What could have come across as profoundly creepy looks sincere instead. No, the dredge can't not see us. To be more precise, they can see us, but I've convinced them to be unconcerned. I can understand your apprehension, though. What are we doing out here? Do you know of the god Stravs? Few know this stone exists, even amongst those who have lived their whole lives in Borsgard. While Dengler deals in fortune, Stravs taught the men the value of trade in a different way. He showed them it has consequence. Two sides of the same coin. See the silver in the stone? The gales up here wear away the stone, but the metal remains. We need a piece of this silver. The god Stravs is wreathed by imagery of silver weapons. The myths say he traded these weapons to the gods. And they used them to kill each other. Those who seek out the stone call him the god of trade. The menders call him the god of secrets. He was both. Who are you? I wish we'd had time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I am on the Mender Council. You've met Ivan, my apprentice. Quote, quote, apprentice. In bed, maybe. How are you doing these things? Controlling minds? I thought menders built things and healed wounds. You are right. Menders do these things. Some of us still practice the teachings given to the Loom Mother's first creations. We are called Valka. I believe I am the only one who can influence another's mind. Then why not take control of Bellower? I learned the talent to heal minds, not control them, though even some Valka have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower, it is the difference between convincing a child to sit still and telling a starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're rarely a match for the Sunder anymore. Our advantage is that we can train more Valka. It is also our weakness. The Valka pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sunder simply grow older and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence. To a point. Then how do we stop him? The god of secrets will play a part, as will you. Why are we surrounded by dredge? They seem to be drawn to the Godstone. There are many things we don't know about Stravs. Maybe they see him as a patron, or it is an attraction they cannot explain. Does Stravs have something to do with that serpent in Einertoft? What was that thing? I cannot say. Can't? I have my suspicions, but until I've had time at the Mender libraries, it would be unwise to speculate. For all our knowledge, it always seems as though we know little. Imagine how the rest of us feel. On the contrary, the less people know, the more certain they tend to be. Yeah, you're not wrong there. The more you think about it. Sorry, I'm making a note of something real quick. 2, 12, 40. Okay. Why did you pick me? Why? Why didn't you take Ivan or Hacken? You don't even know me. I apologize for putting you in danger. Ivan must keep Borsgard from falling while we are away. Yeah, ignorance is bliss, basically. When you don't know of what the consequences are or what your choices are, it's really easy to make a decision. And if something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back alive. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived at Borsgard. You were the only one I knew would return. What do you mean? You would find your way back to Alette, no matter what. Let's get what we need and go. Indeed, you'll need to dislodge at least a fistful of the metal. We will forge it into an arrow to slay Bellower. Wait, after everything you've told me, make a magic arrow to shoot Bellower? That's all it takes? Why didn't you do that a long time ago? Yeah, he's not wrong. Juno gets a faraway look in her eyes. No, that is not all it takes. What I tell you now must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill Bellower, even were it to strike his heart. He has no physical weaknesses. But it will sow doubt in his mind. When it pierces him, I will help him to believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him of it with sword and axe. Everyone who fights at your side must believe it to be true. You're going to trick him into thinking he's dead. That is the most insane... He really can't be killed? No. Someday he will awaken and realize he's not dead. I imagine he will be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow. Focus on the task at hand. She looks knowingly at the godstone, waiting for you to start climbing. Rook, I am not certain how the dredge will react when you do this. And behind us is a sudden drop. So, be careful. Okay, well. Approaching the back of the stone, you start to climb, looking for a loose piece of the silver vein. Even without looking out onto the dredge, you can feel each sinister face watching you closely, held back only by Juno's influence. Panic races through your blood. Climb higher where it may be easier to remove? As you climb, you can't help but notice the stony masks of dredge lined up before the godstone like worshippers before an idol. Just a glimpse nearly immobilizes you. Your hand rests on a piece of silver that comes away easily. The dredge do not react. I mean... is that all we need? You nimbly descend to where Juno is waiting. Well done, she says. As you walk back through the dredge, their heads turn in unison to follow. The dread that lingers and the shaking in your hands does not subside for hours. Okay, good, that was it. Whew. You approach the gates of Borsgard again, relieved that they're still standing. It looks like they took a beating while you were gone. Alette rushes to your side and throws her arms around you once you've crept through the gates. Juno smiles at the reunion and tells you, take this time with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from that silver. I have other things to which I must attend, but meet me on the walls when you are done. Hold on. I'm starting to think things are getting closer and closer to a conclusion here. I know, Umbi. I seriously considered it. I almost went for that second piece, but I don't want to, like, push my luck here. So we can get some levels here. Let's focus on our Varl first, because I have a feeling they're going to play the largest role in what's coming up. Let's get Chris as well. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, I'm good with that. Alright. Plenty of food, don't need to worry about that. Crafters it is. It takes a while, but you finally find someone willing to craft an arrow for you. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but shakes his head and gets started. Alette watches, the smith's fire reflecting in her distant stare. I talked with Ivan a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said? It was hard to tell. In any case, I'd rather have 2 menders here than 1, but... Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. An arrow? She's going to make you shoot Bellower, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Come on, who else is going to do it? Ivor? Alette, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time. That's not what I... Let me do it. What? Why not? Because you'll think I'll get hurt? What do you do when Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him? Let me speak. Everything's changed. Skoger feels so long ago. I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know I'm a better shot. I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have 1 shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl. I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me. Aw, shit, guys. This feels like one of those decisions, right? I feel like because we're at the end of the game, we're making a choice here about who carries on to game 2 and who doesn't, yes? But at the same time, she has a compelling argument. Like, she wants to decide what happens to her. I can respect that. But at the same time, Alette must be protected, yes? We must protect the precious cinnamon bun. So this is an either or, right? Either she does it or I do it. I find it's funny to defeat the final boss to make him think he's dead. Yeah, I know, right? Like if we all gather around the final boss and be like, oh man, he's dying! Oh no! He'll believe that, right? Oh no, look how wounded he is. So do we want Rook to die or do we want Alette to die? Because I feel like that's what this is building to, yes? She said she's the better shot. Do we trust her that she is in fact the better shot? Or do we have him do it so she carries on to the next game? Man. Yeah. My gut says to let Alette do it. She made a compelling argument just now, and she did say she is the better shot. I don't know how true that is and how much of a factor that is, but she did say she is the better shot. Maybe this will let them both live. Because, I mean, we're all speculating here. I'm not entirely sure I remember what happens at the end of this. So, we're gonna have her take the arrow. She smiles and takes your hand in hers. We'll survive this. I know we will. You sit by her side, silently, until the smith finishes his work. God damn it. I feel like that was... Yeah, I know. Yeah, it just... I hate decisions like that, because it's like... What if I'm wrong? You know? I know there's no right or wrong here, but still. There he is. Juno is in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There is little time left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he is waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out, first I cannot tell. Anyway, we all know Juno was the last real boss. Yeah. Maybe not in this game, but she does seem kind of sketchy. But he will not expect a direct attack. Is this a joke? How are we going to do that? I will take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. Excuse me. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the ravens? They may protest. They will not. I've arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what chance is there of defeating him? We saw what happened to Nidertoft. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows them the arrow you had forged from the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. She looks you in the eyes. We only have one. Do not miss. And bring only those you absolutely need. Well, I absolutely need everybody. It will take all my concentration to keep the other dredge from swallowing us up. I cannot join in battle. Oh, that's convenient. And if we kill Bellower, then what? The dredge will just wander away? That is my belief, yes. I can't say for certain. This is a doomed plan. Help us hold out here until the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower will hound our every step all the way to Arborong, where I am certain more sunder await. Now is the time to speak to loved ones, and the memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning, we slay asunder. Okay, well. Oh, is this him? I don't want to click him. Alright, what are we doing? How are we health-wise? Oh good, they healed us all. Do we have any renown left? Nope, not really. We've already leveled up. Let's, drop a quick save? Can I drop a quick save? Nope, I can't. I'm guessing autosaves are kicking in here. I would hope. Bellower. Alright, I guess we do it, right? Let's go do it. The silence is what you remember. You rise in silence and walk through empty streets. Upon the wall, two armies stand quietly, watching each other. Your footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today one thing will end, another will begin, and our actions will decide on which side we stand. That sounds delightfully final. Okay. I'm only allowed to bring 6 people. Clearly that means... Hold on, let's check. Mogre, level 5, 1614. Gris, 1415. Gunnulf has good attack, but his defense sucks. Actually, Luden's defense is not that far behind. We'll bring Luden. Ivan, absolutely not, because he always dies in like one hit. Ivor? I guess Alette's required because of the whole arrow thing. I'm guessing I'm required because of the whole party leader thing. I mean, if we put Hacken in, he's got the same defense as Luden, but more attack. I think that's probably the better play here. I think I'm going to go with that. I think that is my final answer here. Now let's strip... Can I minus? How do I, like, take it away? How do I get to your items? I can't get to your items because of the oh, here we go. No, I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb. So X minus. Okay, Alette, what do you have here, girl? That's actually not bad at all. We'll keep that on her. Mogre. Wow, +1 strength. Who's got the highest attack here? Gris? Oh, Gris isn't level 5. We'll give it to Mogre then. Gris gets this. Yeah, we'll give that to him. Ivor gets... what is this? Dodge. 2 willpower per kill, 2 willpower per rest. 15 dodge. He gets +1 movement though. We'll give that to him. Rick, what are you holding on to? Oh, you got the Dunder's hand, +3 strength. Alright. I guess this is it. Let's do it. Do it to it. Good lord, he's huge. This is Rook. Sure. Alette stays back. Let's shimmy everybody over a little bit to kind of group them up. Time to kill it, yeah. Time to act like it's dying. Oh, oops, not that. Oh lord, he's like coming right at you. Literally coming right for us. She can't reach yet, so we'll just keep her back here. Like, do we go straight for the big bad? Probably not, right? Wait, what does Bringus do? Oh. Bring this dude here. I mean, nice of him to knock us away from the explodey things. Very kind. We're not gonna go up there, we're gonna wait for him to come to us. Steal your courage, you need only slay Bellower. Yeah, maybe, but these dudes will wreck us if we don't do something about them. Nope, not yet. Use the silver arrow on the wrong thing. Just some random dredge. The one arrow we have that slays gods or whatever. Holy motherfucking shit. Dude, you see that? He's just like, alright. Jesus, that hurt. I guess we'll do crowd control. I knock him back? I got one back. Okay. Is this when I gotta do the silver arrow thing? The arrow cannot be used until his armor is broken. Alright, alright, alright. Working on the armor. Oh, that's cute. Okay, take out his armor. Alright, do we do the thing now? Or do we wait? I'm afraid of using it and then wasting it. Alright, we'll just hold out for another round. Okay, protected is okay. You cannot use the arrow until there is no chance of missing. I'm assuming that means we're good. Back these dudes up. We'll use the silver arrow next time we get the round with Lilette. You must break through his armor. I mean, we did. Okay, we're gonna do it. Silver arrow. Oh, he didn't like that at all. Uh-oh, is this it? Oh no! Did he do it? Did he kill her? Did he kill her? Uh-oh. Good lord, another battle? Are we still wounded? At least they healed us up. Who is this? Rook? Okay. We got a stone singer as well. Careful, he will respond to every strike. That sounds like he's going to counterattack me every time I hit him. Which sounds unpleasant as fuck, let me tell you. Okay, that's not going to get super annoying at all. He lashes out for every blow he takes. Great. Dude, he just came over and one-shot Rolk, basically. Rook, not Rolk. Alright, let's start working on him. Lord. Into this now. Sure, let me just work on that. Make it sound so easy there, lady. Wow, my people are just dying. How is this at all fair? His defense is completely broken. Is he regenning? He is. Beautiful. What the hell? How did he just, like, fucking fold? Alright, we're gonna lose, yeah? Well, that went well. The last thing you see is Bellower standing above you, and you know this is the end. Everything you've worked so hard for, gone in an instant. Return to the last checkpoint. Do I have to do both parts of the battle again? I do. Oh, man, guys. This is like Voice of Cards, Beasts of Burden all over again, where I got all the way to the end and then failed. Alright. Oh, you can take a lot out? But then you need her for the arrow. You did have one armor left when you shot the arrow, though. Yeah, true. But I think we still have the second round regardless. Well, we don't have any renown to do anything. I can't level up. Let's do this again. I'm rather pissed that I gotta do both rounds again. I will say that it does seem like the first round ends immediately after you take down his Bellower's defenses, so maybe I let that one linger on too long. Excuse me. Oh, he has points available. Hooray. I wonder why. Anybody else have points to spend? I don't think so. Nid does, but she's not in our party right now. Ivan does, but he's staying out because he sucks. Nope, I think that was it. Alright. One last time. You come over here. Back up. Scrunch to the center. Alright. You rest for now. We're gonna focus on this dude. You also rest for now. He did that to his own dude. That was helpful. We'll just kind of run crowd control over here to kind of distract people. He might get some damage here. Okay. We just need to get his armor down by somebody. Get in there. You're now front and center. Oh wait, no, no, sir. Excuse you. Not a lot. No! Motherfucker. I had no chance. I'm getting tired of this, guys. Alright. One more chance this time, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it and then resume it next time. Oops. Yeah, this is fine. I wish it wouldn't make me equip people every single time. I know why it does, in case you want to make changes, but still. Third time's the charm. So they say. Ivor has some points to spend. Okay. We'll just leave it like that. That's fine. We need to do a mix of crowd control and also focusing on Bellower. But not with Alette. She needs to stay back and stay behind. Because she is a precious snowflake. Not very smart, are you guys? She get close enough to do anything? She can a little bit, anyway. This dude needs to move. Oh yeah, right into his own explosion would be fantastic. Holy shit. Okay, get him in there. Okay, now let's all get in here. God, I hate that noise. It's the worst. Until the armor's broken. Right, heard. Jesus Christ. How is it so easy the first time through and now all of a sudden we're struggling? Can't bring a lead up there because she'll like fucking insta-die. Alright, Ivor. Come on, we need you. Alright, everybody back the fuck up! Okay, now let's use the arrow, right? He has no defenses. Okay. Round 1 done. We get to see Alat get murdered again. Well, I can't really do anything about either of those guys, really. need to move. The worst. No, let's consolidate by Bellower. We need to do all we can, apparently. This dude keeps stunning people, so let's take him out, hopefully. Not this round, but soon. Alright, go for him. Fantastic. We're just gonna keep going until... Well... Until that happens, apparently. God, this guy's strong. Where'd they go? Oh, they're underneath him. Really? We got him almost all the way down, all this over gone. He's still only doing like 1 damage. Well, fuck skis. Really? Really? Well, how the fuck are you supposed to do this? Well, guys, that was 3 times on stream. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right now for now. We'll reapproach this next Thursday. Hopefully we'll have a better time of it. I'm not entirely sure quite what to do differently. I don't know if I'm back to do a quarter, if I'm at a point where I cannot improve at all. I'll do some looking up off stream just to see if there's anything I can do to make this better. Ideally, ideal world, next Thursday we will pick up Banner Saga 1, finish this game, and then launch immediately into Banner Saga 2. So that is the plan for this game. Tomorrow and Sunday, I am going to be doing Final Fantasy streams in the morning. There is currently a double XP weekend going on right now on Wings. So tomorrow morning, rather than mining, I'll probably be doing XPing. We'll see. Depends on party, how far soon I can get a party. Otherwise, if you guys don't want to tune in tomorrow, I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. And I will see you when I see you. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Later.